Hi there. Welcome back to our Grow Along Veg series. I'm Lorraine from the Great British Veg Plot. I'm excited that you're with me. I'm delighted to hear your stories about what you're doing, how you're doing, what you're growing. And if you have any questions at all about what you want to grow or how to do it. If you want my suggestions, the best I can give you is my suggestions. I'm not an expert, but I am an enthusiastic amateur, and there is nothing better for the heart, the soul, and the body than getting your hands in the earth and growing something. So I'm looking forward to hearing your stories and seeing your pictures and growing along with you. So today in this video, I am going to be growing some lettuce. I have two sorts here. One is Tom Thumb. This one is from Johnson's, as you can see, and this one also is from Johnson's. Actually, I just picked it up from the supermarket this afternoon. But the thing I like about this one is potentially gives you some hearts. I'll talk about that in a minute. And this one is just leaves that you can, once they start to grow, you can just pick them. And I have had leaves growing in my greenhouse all winter long. So along with shop bought produce that I just simply haven't been able to grow in my garden this winter. I have had Mizuna and mustard and red frills and fancy leaves that I've just picked and put into the salad, and it's kind of elevated it from lettuce to a winter salad, which has been very precious. Now, it's not winter, it's spring, it's March, and lettuce is a crop that you can get growing fairly quickly and easily outside. There are winter lettuces. You can look for seeds for winter lettuces. Arctic King is one I know of. I think another one is Little Gem, I think it's called. So there are a number of different lettuces that you can grow in cooler climes. Often lettuce doesn't grow so well when it's hot, so now is the time to take advantage. So these can both be sown in March, and they will both do fine outside. And along with my creative planting, I've got a creative pot. This one is a vegetable container that came from the market. Often they give these away for free. I have lined it with black plastic from a compost bag, and the soil inside has been watered. So I often find that when I'm sowing seeds, if I put the compost in the pot and then water it well, then sow my seeds and cover the seed as necessary, what I find is that it generally is a nice way of getting the seed to stick in the soil, particularly as you will see when we come to sowing lettuce, because they are tiny seeds and we don't want them just all in a big bunch. So in my pot here, I have in my box, my vegetable box, I've got the black plastic that I lined it with. That in itself has got some holes in it. I've put holes in it so that it doesn't get waterlogged. And then I've half filled it with compost because lettuce is just a little thin seed, doesn't need a whole deep level of depth of soil. If you are going to do pot 2, where we have the lettuce and then the runner beans or courgette afterwards, you might want to put the lettuce on the surface of a deeper pot, because then that will feed the runner bean to come. But for the moment, this is how I'm going to sow these lettuces. I'm going off-piste. You'll find that I do that from time to time. So I have here, this one is Tom Thumb. So I'm going to, this has been opened. I must have grown some of these last year. Or at least I sowed them. I don't know whether they grew. That's the thing. Let me show you though. Let me show you lettuce seed. It is tiny. Can you see them? I'm glad the wind's not blowing. This is tiny seed. So what I'm going to do, it's also dark and it's going on dark compost, but what I'm going to do is just thinly spread it around. So hoping I'm going to do half of this box with the Tom Thumb lettuce, which will potentially give me hearts. Okay, I'm going to put back what I don't need right now. Seal the packet down well so that you don't lose all those precious little seeds. So that's Tom Thumb on that side, and then this one, which I've only got today because it's leaves. And the lovely thing about this is it's cut and come again. In actual fact, you can do that with heart lettuce as well. As soon as you harvest the heart, then the plant will die. That's the end of it. But if you just pick the outer leaves, the heart will keep growing and growing and growing. And if you look on the Great British Veg Plot website, you'll see there's a cabbage that I did that with last year. And I was harvesting the outside leaves and kind of eating those as we went along. And I've only just harvested the actual heart of the cabbage itself. So once again, these ones here, these are tiny seeds as well. Let me show you. These are, ooh, I don't want them to blow away. Can you see them there? So tiny seeds, and I'm just going to sprinkle them around on this side. I'll show you this as soon as I've done it. Haven't got enough hands to do this posh videoing. There we go. All right. Again, carefully put these back into the seed packet, because once again we can re-sow, and if you find that you've had a failure or you've had such a success that you've eaten it all and you want some more, they've got some more seed to do it with. All right, so here we've got on this side the Tom Thumb, so you can okay. So here you can see the seeds sown. You can actually see the ones on one side with the white, slightly different coloured leaf. You can see that better. And the other half is sown with the Tom Thumb. So I'm just going to now cover that very lightly with some soil. Some lettuces don't need covering at all. Some lettuces actually need some light to germinate. It certainly doesn't need to be buried, this particular crop. So lightly cover with seed. Remember, we've already moistened the soil, so that should all be fine. I am now going to label these. So I'm going to use 2 labels because then I can tell which side is which, in theory. So once again, my beautiful Artline garden marker, that's what I'm using, and my craft sticks. And on one side I've got lettuce, leaves, and the date. I always put the date so that I can keep track of that. So that's going on one side, and the other side is lettuce, and it's called Tom Thumb. And the date, there we go. So that's my lettuce now, all planted up, all covered, just lightly. And I'm going to put that down on the patio. I've got a south-facing wall here, so I'm going to put it against the south-facing wall so it will get the warmth of the sun during the day and the radiated heat from the wall at nighttime. And once again, if I find that the temperature is going to be going down below about 2 or 3 degrees, I will come out and just cover the whole of my grow along pots with some fleece, just to keep the worst of the weather off them. if it's taking a while to germinate, or it looks like it's all getting a bit crazy mad, then this is the kind of thing that I might put into my box here and put the lid on it, and that will help to give a little bit of moisture, a little bit of warmth, a little bit of protection for these little tiny seedlings as they find their way in this new phase of their adventure. So thank you for being here. Please post your questions and comments in the space below. Follow along with the videos in sequence. You can do that at thegreatbritishvegplot.co.uk and click on the link to the Grow Along. They are all in sequence. Search on YouTube for anything with GAL and the beginning of the title. That's the Grow Along prefix that I'm using. And do post your pictures, your stories, your questions. Share with me on Facebook, on the Great British Veg Plot Facebook group. I would love to see you there and join in any conversations, celebrations and commiserations. All right, my friends, I will see you again very soon. Have fun.